doesn't start immediately. So we're gonna take a moment to look around. Things are still a little on fire. I made the incredibly stupid mistake of building into the mountain, which means we were spared the fires that otherwise eradicated everything except the astoundingly durable cotton fibers. Can't eat cotton. It is tempting to stay away forever, but I think we're gonna have to make a go of it until we die. We would have all died, except for the... So let's start rebuilding our shit. We hadn't even got it rebuilt from the old one. But the rain is falling. It seems astounding to me that it would be impossible to hear the movie that's going on at a very loud level in the house, but this thing says there's no mic activity from the movie. Or God only knows. You'd think the fence gates would be points of vulnerability you'd want to avoid. That's not actually true. They're a little less strong than normal. The enemy doesn't go for the fence gates the same way they go for doors. They're not really set up to be smart enough to do that, but yeah, we're gonna try to get back a little bit. I mean, I really do hope Randy Random grants us the true embrace of death, but until that point, we don't really have a choice but to continue, but to carry on, right? Stove right here. Put your table right here. And we're gonna unset the assignment. Emmy has been convinced to come back to work. In fact, we're gonna unset that. It's nice to have a little fallback position. Looks like the trees are not being convinced to unburn. But it is a shame that we lost a lot of wood in that thing. And of course one of our actual colonists. I think he was a raider to start with, but he was still one of ours. This is going to be a much more relaxed stream than that last one where I was kind of losing my mind that the world was collapsing around us. But right now, definitely just gonna chill. We still have, combined between us, a person. Yeah, Francis. Oh, that's right, you freaked out. Oh. Oh, yeah, this is gonna be funny and short. This could be it. Emmy, are you capable of doing doctor? Alright, you're capable. You're not any good on it, but do what you can. We do have a little bit of medicine in the stockpile that was not burned. Just gonna try to keep it at a nice, calm level, regardless of what happens. Hopefully there isn't... Ooh, infection. Well, the infection is relatively minor. I gotta get that blood loss under control. however we do it. Because she freaked out. Made it impossible to tend to her many injuries. Let's get that infection treated. I mean, don't rest, because you'll get the rest interrupted debuff. Now, of course, just because I continue to carry on does not mean we actually can. Randy Random's gonna hit us with more raiders 2 days from now. Is it really random if it's the same thing over and over again? Can you really call it quote-unquote random? And yet all we can do is carry on. I wonder why this stuff was marked forbidden. Not a weird eye. Anyway, welcome back to hell. See, the problem is, it may very well not be possible to continue because a lot of these debuffs, especially on Francis, are seasonal. Like, it's going to take them a season or a year or something to wear off, so we will get to the point eventually where it's just not... Like, they'll be in such a poor mood that they can't contain themselves, and they'll just freak out. And once this fails, if it does fail, we will, looks like Francis is back online, sorta. A reminder, Francis can't haul, and Emmy can't fight. So we really are all alone in the night. The Raiders know where we are. Is the movie thing that's playing actually audible here? I'd like somebody to speak up if they can hear screams and yelling in the background. I promise that's a movie. And it's definitely not my creepy basement. Francis, you don't actually need sleep. I don't know what I would tell you to do, particularly. Maybe like construct shit. I'm not gonna give her the interrupted sleep debuff. I don't think that's a good idea. Defense really is not the important thing here, to be honest. Gonna go ahead and do this real quick. What's in there? Now we'll get going on food production, because we need that. There's still a bunch of berries sitting around. Well, that's nice. She got cheered up. Kind of. That actually didn't seem to help. I wonder, Emmy, can you sow plants? You can. That's nice. At least we had some steel mined out for this occasion. We'll just do what we can to get back online. Wonder what's up with the stockpile weirdness. Oh, fun fact, this is outdoors. Oh, those berries are rotting. Yeah. We're in what you'd call trouble. How's the food situation looking? Really bad. Tell you what, Francis. You gotta go get us some turkey. Oh, good, a boom rat has shown up. Now, Francis sucks at fighting, but it's that or nothing, so it'll be that. Can we get some raspberry bushes harvested? I know they're around. Mushrooms are also good for just... In fact, there's a harvest tool here that makes things a lot simpler. Designate these things to be harvested when you can. That's ironwood, that's rubber wood. Rubber for electronics is really not our priority at the moment. Mushrooms will keep you alive, regardless of your feelings on them. Francis going right back to bed. Francis doesn't even cook. You legitimately would be dead right now. Hopefully they'll be able to rely on each other. Harvest failed. Let's see if we get killed by mundane things. At least raw meat can be eaten. It's fucking horrifying and you'll probably die. It can be done. Need materials. What do we need? Need copper and quick. I don't think it's viable to just... Like, there is copper up there. I think it's the right kind of copper. But I just don't know. Of course, what we really should be doing is building a campfire. I'll do it outside because I don't want the heating. It's already really hot. Alright, Francis is on the campfire. I'll prioritize getting that copper if we can. There you go. Right, I forgot you suck. Francis, you can... I'd really rather you didn't rest like that. God, she's gonna snap any second. She needs... Like, look. Do all the... Like, some of these will go away in a little bit, but... It'll take days for the -9 to go away. 7 days for Cora. Worn out apparel. It's not really gonna go away, well... Can't really tell her to ditch her shirt, can we? Francis is incapacitated, extreme untreated infection. What's your food situation? You'll be fine for a little while. Gotta do something. I think Francis is not long for this world, unfortunately. We'll do what we can to keep you alive. It's really sad. I wanted this colony to end with the fire, and it would have if we hadn't built into this rock face. It should have ended there. She's in fucking agonizing pain. No time for joy. If we lose our last person capable of violence, we're gonna have to abandon the run and just say Emmy fucked off to somewhere, because Randy Random throws raiders at us again every 3 days, I'd say. Max, very consistently. He's a very one-track mind about that sort of thing. At least with the campfire. You get enough shit made, and maybe This can be indoor now. Let's make that an actual wooden door. At least for the outer one. That seems rather reasonable. So Emmy's been doing really well in getting some of this stuff handled at least. There we go, proper wood door. Relaxing socially by the campfire. Might as well. And yeah, we did what we could for her before Francis has died. I think the only thing to do is, I wonder, how could we set this place on fire? I don't think we can. If we will, the thing is, Emmy isn't capable of violence. She can't even throw Molotovs. I should have handed them off to Frances while she was still alive. Had her start tossing them around, because really there's no point to anything. We're just gonna get a grave built. And then while Emmy is still, you know, capable of movement, we're gonna start a new run. Unless someone comes by and joins who... Why would you eat the turkey meat if there were meals right there? I know the turkey meat is slightly closer because it's in the doorway. But that's a particularly bad example of the AI. I actually haven't had many experiences like that. Anyhow, let's have her cook some meat. I mean, Emmy will probably take anything she could carry, so... or we should do another... Totally start with nothing. I think what we're going to do is... We're going to let her take a weapon, a couple cooked meals, and... Like, she can't use... I'm probably going to change her to be able to use weapons after this, because let's face it. You would at least try, if you were in such a horrible situation. Unless it was just such a moral thing. What should I give her? We got a longbow, short bow, crossbow. Crossbow, 120, damage 18. Warm-up is 2.5, range is 18. The longbow is really nice just because of the extreme range. But the pistol is probably just better. So again, guns are better than bows. We're going to have her cook 5 simple meals. Or 2 more to be specific. There's no more meat available. That's fine. Let's see, we'll give her 5 meals, the pistol. Go ahead and get her buried. The last bit of... Don't bother stripping the clothes, we don't need any of that. Maybe she can die with a little bit of dignity. Certainly nobody here lived with any. And... it won't stay up very long. But go ahead and light a little candle for them. All we can do here is tidy up and get out before the inevitable next raider. Or like a nuclear fallout zone or some weird thing. Terrain here cannot support this. We're just right there. Light a little candle for them. There you go. Here lies a lot of dead people. Raiders, colonists. She's not doing terrible. I mean, she's... Things were terrible, yeah. Is there anything else to do? She can't set the place on... It's not like you can build a campfire and like let it run out of control. Also, this is all stone, it wouldn't burn. So... that's really it. I mean... I'm not sitting here with a person that can't do violence. There's a minimum. I tried going without hauling. It's if you get to the point where it's like that, you should just go. So we're abandoning the run. Emmy, we're not gonna keep her traits because they make her incapable of things. We'll keep beautiful masochist with a green thumb because you know we're into that. Make our final save. And we'll go back. And start anew. The quickest way to get back into it is probably... And Emmy was clearly from a technological society, so we're gonna take the start. This one is drop pods, although we can edit that really quick. Arrive standing, but we'll be a colony, and the little backstory thing is whatever. Keep it chillax on challenge. Randy Random attacks too frequently. I'm not having fun. That's the ultimate thing. Might be more of a challenge, and that run was all about challenge. Wild and difficult. With prepare carefully, we can... What we could do is just click a literally random site and then just go tropical rainforest hills year round. Or we could do something like an extreme tundra challenge. I always do enjoy kind of the ice sheet. Other players have done a much better job with that sort of thing. I think we're just gonna... Boreal Forest Flat. Wow, that's really northwards. That's cold as fuck. Boreal Forest Flat. Let's at least make Boreal Forest... That might be too tough in terms of there not being anything to eat. Boreal Forest, large hills. We'll do Boreal Forest, small hills. That's fine. She ran north. The 11th of spring to the 1st of fall. That's not much of a growing season, but we can at least figure something out. I wonder, what does that difficult mean? You can't remove your last colonist because that's just how it goes. Is this picking up? Now the volume levels say that none of the TV in the background is actually coming through. I still find that hard to believe, but whatever. Beautiful, masochistic. Green thumb. Green thumb is so nice. Although not on this one, considering so much of the year it's gonna be cold. But at least there, that's our... And we'll still have, like, nearly nothing. So we'll be surviving in arguably a worse area of nearly nothing, but it will be on a different storyteller. I don't know. I hate these incapable of things. They do give character. They do give character to the world and to the people. But there's just so many... It's really bothersome. Her hair wasn't like right. Let's do that. just do something. Trousers. Bottom t-shirt. Eh. Tunic. We could give her tribal wear. Wouldn't really fit. What would be top? She will need like a cloak or a duster or something. I forget which ones are better. Cloak is warm. Arctic wolf skin. Arctic fox skin. Let's be stylish about this. I mean, come on. She looks especially emo, but I'm cool with that aesthetic. So whatever. Let's get green thumb. She's not incapable of anything. I forget the age. I forget that stuff. I forget what her actual name is. Emmy Crowns. That's fine. Skills. I'm going to give her 5 at least in everything. I think my starting call on this last time was better, but at least we can give it strong amateur, which is still not good, but it's a little better. And for the tag skills, we'll go with medicine, social, and shooting to 10. And give her the ability to learn these things. Ooh, growing. Growing would be so handy. Have a 10 because we can sew all sorts of stuff at first. Alright, that's fine. That's a good colonist without being insanely super good, perhaps. Might as well save it. And just a standard pistol. Railgun. You can give yourself anything you want. Which is really, even in the base game, you can just say, I want to have things. It's nice. 5 simple meals. This is a really poor setup. And did I decide on anything else? We can probably assume she brought along like 50 wood and 50 steel just for a little less agony. But other than that, we're just gonna go. So it is not technically starting with nothing, but you know what? After a run like that, I deserve a little something. I don't think this is unreasonable. I think we're good to go. I have this nagging feeling I've forgotten something, but I guess we'll find out when we get in. There we go. is just sort of there. Okay, situation. I like the big lake in the middle, it's stylish. Lots of stuff around. Birds of elk. We arrived in the summer, of course. It's 10 degrees outside, that sucks. Giant foreboding ancient structure, of course. I wonder about the steam geyser placement, Set up a base around here, get some free heating from the steam geyser. That's a good trick for ice sheet starts. Also, grizzly bears just hanging out. Although I've got to say, it seems like the game has set us out a little place. I sure don't mind. Down there is also not bad. We have that looks like just a river, even though it's just more of a marsh. It's gonna make walling things off a little annoying. I think right here, middle of the map, I think that's where we gotta be. One second. Alrighty. And I guess let's just get started. Wonder, it's difficult to see because it's 6 in the morning in the game, so let's first of all some of this. Lots of mature trees, or mature enough. Guess let's get going. Should be enough for our purposes. No, we are starting on a decent tech level this time. And an actual wooden door, because at least that'll be a little tougher to break down. Oh, let's break it down. Okay, room established. Oh. And now, there we go. And of course, second thing is a bed. It's sort of your opening build order, which is kind of important. A big old stockpile zone. So at least we have something. We'll be setting up power next, I think, although we don't have... Ooh, that's going to be annoying with the mods I have in. That's going to be bothersome. And at least get these really cool things called path lights, which have little solar panels in them. So you just set them up and then basically forget they exist. I had this option when I was a tribal, but I felt like it would be in poor taste to just use it, just because the mod author forgot to disable it. But at least we have a little something to light our way. For inside, we can set up a torch lamp for the moment. meal source is probably the next thing, I suppose, just in a generic sense. They remembered that I wanted a wooden butcher table. I mean, that's easy to guess, but they did remember. We'll make it outdoors. We do have the option for an electric stove, but a fueled one first would be reasonable. Need to be on the lookout for some copper. Some of the mods I've installed makes it so that if you can't find things on the map, it's not quite so terrible, but it still kind of sucks. Lots of compacted steel, which is very nice. Steel always tends to be a bottleneck, a ridiculous one. Jade is right there, that's nice. I'm getting the very strong vibe of not having any open copper. We'll need to start mining. Mining into these things takes so much time. Because without copper we don't have power. So we're probably still going to be going powerless for a while until we can figure some of this stuff out. But we need some copper to get things done. Unless I'm just missing it somewhere. That extended power mod that makes you require copper, I did uninstall it just as. It is more detail, but it's bothersome. I guess our other thing is to use the grill mod, which, hey, the mod is installed. Go ahead and haul those. Won't be long before we need to secure a meal source. We can at least get this done now. I should have started with like 4 billion copper. And some rubber. You need rubber for like power generators and God only knows. Yeah, we can put down a grill. We need a charcoal pit for that and fortunately, charcoal pits are free, they just require time to make. We'll set 4 to be made. That makes a large amount of charcoal. It's nice though. Gonna get to rest. It's not the best place in the universe. Very hot. Well, I mean, if you're feeling very hot, yeah, it is warm in there. Drop the cloak for now. You can keep your other clothes on. I'm a nice guy like that. It's there, it's in a stockpile, it shouldn't just randomly degrade. There you go. There we go. And now I'm going to order up some charcoal from them, of course. I will just grab wood, as you do. Do me a favor. Do that first. It will take it a while to go, but we'll be able to make a grill. And, you know, get going on that pretty soon. Yeah, we abandoned our last save finally. Just, when you have no one capable of violence in this game, it's already time to pack it in. I mean, I guess do your joy stuff. There's not really a reason not to. And just in case, I don't think it matters. The roof over that little bit. Bam. Go meat, go vegetarian. At least we have the thing set up. We should also start our growing zone, of course, before it's too late. The simplest stuff will do us for now. Buy 10 of potatoes. You buy 10 of rice. And 2 by 10. Just simple stuff for now. Oh, hey, see, that didn't take long. It produced a lot of charcoal. Our steel grill is awful, but hey. Hazard suspenders that I'm hanging from the urban look. Well, Vet is kind of similar to Vat-grown slave girl. In one way. Also, that's a phrase I was not expecting to use particularly much. But we'll definitely be digging inward for some of this, which there were risks to doing that. I tend to prefer to make a regular colony, but eh. Not quite sure how to proceed entirely. 5x5 bedroom here. Burn the pipe, 5x5. This area here will probably become a stockpile at some point, just like this. And we can set up a table we can sit at like decent people. How long have we been doing this for? Well, that one, yeah. A decent amount. We'll go a little while more. We've got ourselves set up pretty well. I still think it looks really cool at night, like at night raining, with just some scattered lighting. Now, as I've learned in another run, just because you're on Phoebe Chillax does not mean you're safe by any degree. Oh, it didn't even really get dark. Now you can't tell what's weird latency issues and what's not. We're in really good spirits. And I mean, the green thumb thing is just... it's so strong. We do need defenses, as we learned in our last colony. Absolutely. Let's turn on the wildlife display. We have plenty. And let's actually look at what we need to start generating power, because that's our next step. Wind turbine. We only need steel, copper, and components. That's nice. Now the rubber is for some weird shit. But we do need copper. That's gonna suck. I'm not entirely sure what we're gonna do. I mean, the obvious answer is to find some copper on the map. We can do that a little bit. That should be our first priority. Since construction is set to a high priority, she should be coming over here to do this at some point. We're lucky that there's a little bit. We can get that dead squirrel butchered, I think. You'd think that just getting things that animals kill and just grabbing their kills that they leave out would not be a good idea. It's actually a fantastic idea. There doesn't appear to be any risk of like getting sick from such things, so hey. Copper could be buried somewhere and we never find it. Might be time for a quarry, but that's a very unreliable way to get resources. Especially when there's just one person. They could be doing a lot more important things. Hello, Mr. Fox. I'm pretty sure the foxes don't hunt you. Some of these things do. I saw the grizzly bear. I most definitely did. Prioritize hauling copper, and we're not going to use the fueled stove first because we have the grill, so we can kind of circumvent that a little bit. It's nice to have it set up. Haul the copper in. We have 75 copper. Let's see. Yeah, we can get wind turbine, get power conduits. I mean, the wind turbine is annoying in this forest area, but it's fine. We'll be fine. Oh my god, electricity. I almost forgot what this was like. Astounding. And I don't really have a reason to not put it right there. You know, crops don't block it, other things don't block it. It's only really trees. Damn dirty trees. Put it right here. Yeah, there's not really a reason why not. And we've got a pretty decent new setup. That'll be it for now. I'll come back to this. I'll still call the series Starting With Nothing, even though we started with a few things, because it was still almost nothing. Steel. In any case, next time, continuing adventures as we try to survive in a new and hopefully slightly less insane place. We'll see. We'll all see.